So we're not going to talk about the white stuff from my lip gloss on my lips. I need you guys to just disregard it. Okay, just enjoy the video. Laisse-moi en paix.
Allo, oui, bonsoir. I'm Mademoiselle and ça se deuxième Chanel way. As you guys can tell by the title, we're finally going to do the long-awaited Haiti updates video. Y'all already know, right? A lot of you guys subscribe to me because I was doing these updates very frequently, but I'm not going to hold you. I'm going to be extremely honest. It got extremely heartbreaking and extremely redundant. And I felt like I had a sense of social responsibility to not only protect myself, but protect you guys from constantly talking about the negative aspects of Haiti and barely covering the positive. I felt like it was literally the same thing all the time, and it was all bad all the time. And it was just like, I'm not doing any good by just constantly talking about all the bad things happening in Haiti that seem to be the same things happening in Haiti for the past like 2 or 3 decades, right? Or more. So I decided I'm going to do these periodically. And I've also decided when it comes to certain stories that can be condensed, I will possibly be doing shorts. Let me know if this is something you guys are interested in. I literally really want your feedback down below. Now, before we get started, as you guys can see, I have my KrikKrakCOZ shirt. We have new designs in the merch shop. I really want you guys to get these and take a picture of it so I can repost them on the gram or whatever. Shout out to you guys who have already got your merch. I'm going to come up with more designs for the shop very, very soon. Make sure you guys check it out. Special thanks to those of you guys who have been showing love to my new nonprofit, La Cairo, which is my dance nonprofit, helping underprivileged youth and adults discover dance. If you guys are not aware, I'm actually a dance teacher, okay? And this is something I've been wanting to do for a very, very long time. So again, thank you so much. Per usual, if you're seeing my face and you're confused, we do have multiple channels. So make sure you guys subscribe to whatever channel suits your boat. Everything you need is going to be linked down below, or you should see a lovely QR code right here on your screen. Now, when it comes to these updates, there's a lot of them. There's certain things I'm probably not going to cover, but of course, feel free to discuss down below. Additionally, please understand this video is going to be long as shit, okay? I'm going to try to condense it, but thank you so much in advance for staying here and sticking through it. So before we start, let me just say my condolences go out to all the people that have been affected by everything I'm going to talk about in this video, because it is a lot, okay? From ICE to TPS to the numerous attacks on Haitians in different countries and so much more in between. My condolences. Like, this shit right here is everything that's going on, completely unacceptable. So let's start with the positive news, right? There's been a shift in the diaspora wanting to move to Haiti. If you guys have been on social media, especially if you've been following Haiti news, politics, or folklore, in between, you'll see videos of loads of people in the Haitian diaspora moving back to Haiti.
After 4 years, I finally got the call to return back home to Haiti. And oh my God, what an experience it was. I crossed in through the Dominican border, and the moment I stepped in, I was hit with the harsh reality. Seeing what my people are going through was really heartbreaking, but even through the struggle, the spirit of Haiti was still shining. But even in the middle of all that pain, there was still a lot of love, a lot of laughter, and even moments that reminded me why Haiti is so powerful. I got to catch up with some good friends I haven't seen in years, share meals, exchange stories, and even laugh like we never left. I finally even got to experience Eli, also known as Amiga Island, for the very first time. And man, the view was so breathtaking. And of course, y'all know I had to do what I came to do. Brought the energy, brought the vibes, and of course I had to shut Haiti down to Marsway, with performances that carry on with me for a lifetime.
My name is Melinda Jennifer Camille. I was born in Connecticut, USA, raised in Connecticut, USA. I discovered that my purpose is working with the children in IET. There was a lot of negative stereotypes that went along with the response to me wanting to be here. When I would talk to family members or organizations of different nature, it didn't matter. It wasn't a luxury anymore to walk to 7-Eleven. It was now a luxury to be able to wake up in the mountain and walk to the mango tree and pick a beautiful, fresh, delicious, juicy, nutritious, tasty, flavorful mango. That is luxury now for me.
When you think about your life right now, what word comes to mind?
Freedom.
And I'm not talking about just the parents that are just like, oh, wala Haiti, I cannot. Okay, but you see a lot of that happening now, especially due to the current state of America, the economic downfall, the lack of education, the violence against migrants. Like, there's a lot of people, like, day in and day out that are deciding to go back to Haiti earlier than they anticipated. But we're mainly talking about the diaspora, okay? Haitian Americans, Haitian Canadians, Haitian French people that are deciding like, yo, like, I'm just going to go back home. And there's a lot of reasons for this. I'm actually going to film another video after this specifically as to why this is happening and how this could be a good or a bad thing. But I think that it is mostly a good thing because I've been saying this for years. I'm going to continue to say it time and time again. The only way Haiti is going to change is if we, A, bring awareness to what's going on, B, actually stay there, go there, visit there, vacation there, etc., and or C, and actually do our parts wherever we are. I'm not saying everybody need to move to Haiti. I'm not saying you gotta be in Haiti all the time. I'm not saying like if you never visited Haiti, you know, you're not Haitian. I'm not saying all that, but I'm saying we all need to do our part. Even if it's just making content or bringing awareness or reading books about the history and understanding why Haiti is the way it is today. The idea of just, oh, well, I'm going to leave and never come back and never look back is not going to help. And there's too many Haitians that have done that, the whole leaving and not looking back. And then, of course, we have the whole issue of Haitians literally being attacked in all these other people's countries, when in actuality, if you stayed in your own, you wouldn't have these problems. Now, of course, right, a lot of people are going to comment, oh, well, it's easy for you to say sitting in America, sitting pretty, da-da-da. Nigga, I don't know why my parents decided to bring me here. Let me stop. I understand. There's more opportunities, it's safer, etc. But had it my way, I would have been born and raised in Haiti. Like, honestly, like, I want to move to Haiti so bad. Like, I want to retire in Haiti by the time I'm 50. My goal is retire by 50, move to Haiti, live in the mountains. I want to live where it's cold. So like Kazal or La Boule, some shit like that. I want to live over there where it's cold in the mountains and live happily ever after. Like, I genuinely would love to move to Haiti tomorrow, but my parents would have a heart attack and my man was just like, good luck. I've been trying to convince most people in my life, like, let's go to Haiti. I keep telling my parents and my parents is like, no. Like, and it's just like, I feel that urge and I feel that pull. And I think it's amazing that a lot of people in the diaspora feel it too.
Turks and Caicos is like no more Haitians. Nah, we're good. We're good on y'all. They suspended their visas and work permits because security concerns. Haitians introduced Turks and Caicos to their first mass pewing. Their first mass pewing before the arrival of Haitians, they never had violence like this before, according to Turks and Caicos. This violence is on the rise in the Haitian communities. Just recently, July 27th, they had a mass pewing claiming the lives of 3 people and wounding 10. And this type of violence only happens in the Haitian communities, according to Turks and Caicos. And this is the reason why they're suspending their visas and their work permits to Haitians.
Did you see that 4 Haitian women who were found decapitated near the Haiti-DR border were recently deported from Puerto Rico by the Trump administration? This is the alleged person who decapitated those women, Chin Ladus. They found him near the same area where they found the bodies near the Macacias River in Elias Piña province. When found, Chin told the authorities he was hiding for fear of reprisal because in his country of origin, which is Haiti, he is pointed out for his alleged link with criminal facts related to the death of several women, whose bodies would have been found beheaded in the bed of the Macacia River. And as a result of these accusations, a mob would have set fire to the detainee's home in Haiti. So authorities are still trying to figure out if this is the man linked with those murders. According to reports, authorities have found the bodies of 5 women all over the course of a month. The bodies have been found either inside the river or nearby areas, and that some of the women were decapitated with dogs finding the heads days later. All of these factors is probably why the authorities were slow on identifying who the women were. Authorities haven't released a lot of information about the women, but what we do know is that 4 of them were deported from Puerto Rico just months before. According to reports, the women arrived in Puerto Rico in December of 2024 and lived in the San Juan metropolitan area. People are blaming the women's death on the Trump administration's roundup of immigrants in Puerto Rico and the Puerto Rican government for providing the Trump administration with information on 6,000 immigrants with irregular status who registered in the past to obtain driver's licenses. And like a spokesperson for the Haitian community in Puerto Rico said, if the government wants, help these people so that they can be legalized, because every time they deport such a person, they are supporting the culture of death.
Since the start of the year, the number of migrants arriving in southern Mexico has only grown, and so have tensions between them and authorities. Desperation is growing in Tapachula. On Wednesday, hundreds of migrants, mainly from Haiti and Central America, took to the streets in protest. They're frustrated over Mexican government policy that prevents them from leaving the city.
We just want to get out because we're not here to stay. We're just going through. We have no money, no food, nothing. We're in prison here without anything, and the government does not help.
There are no jobs, no food. We're living on the street. We have many problems. I have nothing. We need help.
This cannot be happening. It's like we just came from Africa in chains, like modern-day slaves.
So it's been approximately a year since the world saw those horrific images in Del Rio that captured Border Patrol agents attacking Haitian migrants. So we came to Tijuana, another border town, where there's thousands of Haitians stuck here, waiting in limbo as they attempt to seek asylum in the United States. Right over there in that corner, less than a week ago, a Haitian migrant was attacked with a machete, and he thought he was going to lose his life. Lucien was recently attacked as she was going to church with her kids. She was stabbed, she was bleeding, and even in that dangerous moment, she claims that because of the color of her skin, she was unable to get access to health care. This systemic racism and discrimination that Haitian migrants are enduring every single day is not only felt on both sides of the border, but is becoming a life-threatening and very dangerous reality for Haitian migrants here in Tijuana.
Tied to that, there's also been a lot of diaspora activism. There's a lot of protests being done and a lot of local Haitian leaders making strides to make things safer for Haitians in Haiti as well as America. Places such as New York, Boston, Miami, there's been a lot of progress, and I'm so proud of us, okay? Millennials, Gen Z, Gen Alpha, I'm proud of us for the advocacy and, the show of love of culture like I see on my timeline every day. So we are outside, okay?
I'm in Crown Heights, Brooklyn, where Haitians in the diaspora have gathered to demonstrate in solidarity with protesters in Haiti. Now, there's a particular sense of urgency at this demonstration because as we speak, the UN Security Council is meeting to discuss a possible military occupation of the country, a move which many see as a thinly veiled attempt by Western powers to continue over a century of neocolonial domination of Haiti.
Healthcare workers, many of Haitian descent, rallying to stop the hate.
We'll never be defeated! A rally Tuesday night outside this Haitian restaurant just blocks away from where President Trump is expected on Wednesday. Mimi Pierre Johnson immigrated when she was 9 from Haiti.
You're not only re-traumatizing this community that's going through a lot in Haiti right now, but then you come to a place where there's a lot of us. And you just think that we're going to be quiet. And that's why it's so important for us to speak up now.
We Haitian people, we are hardworking people, and we go to school, and then we work hard in this country.
It is injuring not only the people in Springfield, but many people here in New York City, where their kids are also being bullied.
And we won't be silent.
Haitians protesting the Trump rally in Long Island. And Uniondale. Y'all see my Haitians? Y'all see the flags? I don't think they Trump supporters. They're here to show Trump that okay? Anyway, I'm out of here. I gotta get out of all of this mess. There is a Trump rally at Nassau Coliseum. The same Nassau Coliseum that they used to have Summer Jam at. Boy,
Tied to that, as you guys should already know, Haiti made it to the Olympics. We outside today, y'all. All right. And it's been very, very exciting for a lot of Haitians because we really don't be getting shit. Like, we really don't. There's been a lot of progress with Haitians in sports lately. As you guys know, we made it to the World Cup, you feel me? There is a Haitian boxer I know recently that just got recognition. And I believe she's the first Haitian American woman to get like a high title boxing recognition. I'll put it on the screen. I don't remember exactly what it was, but we outside. Our time is here, as they say. Okay, Nula.
Y'all, I'm actually getting like really emotional editing this. But did y'all know they banned these outfits?
Fun fact, the Haitian Olympic team was forced to remove an image of one of their nation's founding fathers from their Olympic uniform after the International Olympic Committee said it violated their rules on political neutrality. Haiti sent 2 athletes to the 2026 Winter Olympics, and their uniforms were made by Italian-Haitian designer Stella Jean, who took inspiration from a 2006 painting of Toussaint Louverture riding a red horse. In 1791, Toussaint participated in the world's first successful slave revolution, where the slaves overthrew their colonial rulers, took control of Haiti, abolished slavery, and established the first free black nation in the Western world. Toussaint was named Governor General for life under the 1801 Haitian Constitution, but stepped down in 1802 as part of a deal with France, and then he was kidnapped and imprisoned by Napoleon, where he died in jail. In the weeks leading up to the Olympics, the IOC told Haiti they would have to change their uniform, since the image of Toussaint violated the Olympic Charter, which requires teams to be politically neutral and doesn't allow any kind of political, religious, or racial propaganda. With no time or money to get new uniforms, Stella had to get creative, so she painted over the image of Toussaint, leaving just the red horse. When she was asked about removing Toussaint, Stella said, "We did not erase the spirit of the general. His absence speaks louder than his presence ever could." She followed up by saying, "I just pray it doesn't rain."
Well, Mongolia officially has some competition because Haiti has just entered the competition. Because talk about iniquitous style. Oh my goodness, Haiti. Wow, what sports are y'all competing in? Don't matter because you guys may have the gold or silver in drip aesthetics, 100%. Nah, this is nefariously tough because I even found out that the pants, the design, is an actual Haiti artist design, like an art piece, and she made it into the pants. The jacket, swaggy as hell. I'm just saying, Haiti, if y'all need somebody to commentate or anything, I'd love to be a part. Or can I just order one?
This is a wonderful moment for her country and for this sport.
Angola, Santos now on Borzor starting to come back at him. Borzor's going to take it. Santos.
But now it's time to talk about all the sad shit, okay? Now, let me know if you guys like this format, starting with the good news and then the bad news. I don't know. Maybe I'll consider that. But as we already know, the gang violence as well as the Bois Calais movement in Haiti has been very, very rampant. It is not slowing down anytime soon. And it just keeps getting worser and worser and worser. As of right now, about 80 to 90% of Haiti's capital is controlled by gangs. Now, notice I said capital. As I always try to say, it is the capital. Most of Haiti is not taken over by gangs. However, they are starting to spread out. It's to the point where over 1.4 million people have been displaced, and there's like loads of like tent communities and stuff to try to help these people get back on their feet. But as a lot of you guys know, especially if you're Haitian and you're watching this, you would know that these people have no bounds. They do not care. Women, children, men, warlock, lugau, they're attacking any and everything, and they're taking over everything. Even the people that have their own land and have their own houses, the gangs are literally just taking them. Like literally, if you don't want to leave, they're going to kill you and they're going to take your shit anyway. So there's loads of people really trying to establish a sense of normalcy and just get back to where they were, because a lot of Haitians have not experienced this level of violence. Contrary to what the news be trying to say and try to portray about many other countries outside of America, Haitians, for the most part, live very peaceful lives and are not subjected to this type of violence every day. Again, a lot of it is isolated to the capital, but now that it's starting to spread to other parts of Haiti, or it has been for the past couple of years, let's be real, it's to a point where like it's really starting to affect Haiti's infrastructure as a whole, right? And speaking of infrastructure, we have these elections. Last I remember talking about elections, I could have swore I said they were going to take place in 2026. I don't even understand the timeline anymore. I can't even tell you. If I find a clip, I'll input what the fuck's going on with that. But until they get that shit together, nothing's going to be together.
Haiti's elections are currently scheduled for late 2026 with a 2-round system. Now, the first date is going to be August 30th of 2026, and the second one, if needed, between December 5th and 6th of 2026. Now, arguably, this is going to be one of the most important elections in Haiti's history. Why? Because this election cycle, not only are we electing a president, but we're also electing parliament, and that includes the Senate and the Chamber of Deputies, as well as the local and municipal officials. Now, as we all know, elections have been halted and stalled for a very long time due to political instability. It's about time that we had elections. And whether they happen on time or not is still uncertain, because there are 3 things that need to happen if we want things to go as scheduled. 1, security control. There needs to be a reduction of gangs in Port-au-Prince, as well as the key urban zones. We need to secure the polling stations. We need to secure the transportation routes. We need to secure voter access, because the state cannot hold elections if it does not control its territory. And as we know, large portions of the capital are outside of state control because, again, Viva Sum runs Port-au-Prince, okay?
And the whole point of the gang sitting here ransacking shit, destroying people's lives, killing people is because they really want to be involved and they want a seat at elections. Personally, I don't think they deserve it, but I understand, I guess. I don't understand. I'm trying to be objective. I don't understand this shit. I think it's absolutely ridiculous. And the fact that Haiti can never get it together to have a real fucking election and a real governing body is extremely concerning and problematic. Like, even right now, there are dozens, okay, of different political parties involved in Haiti's election, as there always has been. And that's what's always been the huge point of contention. Did I say dozens? Hundreds of political parties have registered for Haiti's pending election.
Record number of political parties registered for Haiti's first election in a decade. It says here, a record 280 political parties and counting had registered by Thursday's deadline to participate in Haiti's first general election in a decade.
Let's see if it actually happens. And if it does happen without any violence incurring. Because honestly, the elections are always a fucking shit show. We've talked about it at length on this channel. Because it's like they all have like the common goal of making Haiti better, but they all have different ways of doing it. Some focus on food stability. Some are focused on education. Some are focused on health services. And they're just like, nope, that's the only way. And there's no, it's weird. Some of them kind of are like, some of them could really combine. Some of them have ideas that are really, really similar, but they, again, have different ways going about it. But it's like, you guys can combine and, you know, share the money from the political campaign or whatever and make a stronger bid. But instead, everybody want to be separate. Everybody want to be special. Everybody want to be perfect. Everybody thinks that their idea is the best idea. So Haiti's going to be the way it is politically for quite some time. From what I understand, they're still being governed by that group of motherfuckers nobody knows and nobody trusts. So it's like, until we can have an election, we're kind of stuck with that for now.
February 7th, 2026. 6 days from now, Haiti's Transitional Presidential Council's mandate expires. No elections, no plan, just a vacuum. This isn't incompetence. This is design. Elections were delayed from November 2025 to January, then August 2026. Because gangs control 90% of Port-au-Prince, including voting centers.
Added to that point, food insecurity has been severely affected and impacted because of the gang violence and the lack of government infrastructure. It's to the point where I've sent money to Haiti, like, for the past couple of years, like, sometimes. I didn't really have to send that much. They were able to sustain themselves, but like now, like my family in Haiti is like fucking starving. The food is really expensive. They can't really import or export goods because roads have been shut down by gang members. It's really, really bad. And honestly, it's just like, I get that you have this whole idea that you want to be part of the government and you want to sit at the table and all this goofy shit, but what the fuck, at what expense? Like, at what expense are we doing all of this for? Like, this shit is like mind-boggling to me.
How many people have you killed?
That's a difficult question because I'm fighting. Sometimes I kill people without even seeing them. They get shot and they die. Then we take their bodies and burn them. These chains I'm wearing belong to the people I've killed. Chains, rings, I take them and wear them to command the spirit of the dead.
They control a major road linking Port-au-Prince to Haiti's south.
Pour passer d'une zone à une autre, tu tombes sur un poste de péage de bandits armés, ça veut dire que tu dois lui payer un droit de passage. Nous payons les bandits armés pour avoir le droit de circuler dans notre propre pays.
Chaque type de voiture a une quantité comme par yo paye. Par exemple, si vous avez 10 camions gaz qui portent gaz qui a passé Matissan, et puis tout, yo dit que chaque camion soit payé $20,000 pour yo. Ouais, qui quantité comme que nèg yo fait. Demain matin encore yo fait même bagarre là.
It's a big source of revenue for the gang. They claim they use it to fund community work.
People may die. It's that dire.
There are calls for the country's unelected Prime Minister Ariel Henry to step down. He was sworn in after the former president was assassinated last year, and some argue he lacks the legitimacy to lead. Henry has asked the international community for help. Haiti's ambassador to Canada says his country needs solutions now that will last.
Armed groups control 90% of Port-au-Prince, displacing families and preventing aid from reaching those in need. Farmers surrender crops to gangs. Children miss school. The economy has shrunk for 6 straight years. The international community has authorized a new gang suppression force, but hunger keeps spreading.
Now, of course, in order to combat the gangs, we have the much talked about Kenyan-led mission. I do not agree with it. I think it was a stupid idea, and it's proving to be a stupid idea because there has not been any real progress with this mission. And unfortunately, these men and women left their families and their children to come combat gangs in Haiti, and they are barely getting paid.
Kenya-led multinational security support mission. 5,500 troops promised, only 1,000 deployed, then rebranded as the Gang Suppression Force after failing.
Chad is getting ready to deploy some 800 police officers to Haiti. They'll join an international effort aimed at tackling widespread gang activity in the Caribbean nation. The UN-backed Gang Suppression Force succeeds a smaller Kenyan-led mission that began operations in 2024. The multinational force is staffed by countries including Jamaica, Guatemala, and El Salvador. The GSF works with Haitian security forces and has the power to arrest and detain suspected gang members. It's expected to reach its full capacity of more than 5,500 police and soldiers by October, although efforts to deploy new troops have been slow. Hundreds of Kenyan officers who've been in Haiti since 2024 will gradually withdraw. 3 members of the Kenyan deployment have been killed in the course of their mission.
The scenes at the Jomo Kenyatta International Airport Tuesday night. This is not merely a homecoming, but a profound expression of national unity and respect. And as the cheers and songs continue well into the evening, the spirit of gratitude and hope fills the air, marking this moment as a memorable chapter in Kenya's proud history of maintaining law and order.
Can't say I told y'all so, but I told y'all so. This whole thing is a mess. I personally don't understand why it's still happening. Last I heard, they were pulling them out, but then they got the money to stay. It's too much with the Kenyan-led mission, okay? So much so that they decided on a new idea, drone warfare.
U.S. private military contractors fly drones over Haiti's capital, targeting suspected gang members since March 2025. 547 killed, 20 civilians, 11 children. The UN High Commissioner for Human Rights called most of these strikes likely unlawful, but the drones keep flying. Gangs aren't random. 30 to 50% are children. Groups like Viv Ansam attack police, prisons, and infrastructure, controlling all access routes and extorting every shipment through Port-au-Prince. Where do the weapons come from? The United States. The UN documented a surge in military-grade firearms trafficked from America since 2021. The same country funding the mission to stop the gangs is arming them. Haiti's elite, like former President Michel Martelly, sanctioned by the U.S. for drug trafficking, finance, and use gangs to expand power, then call for international intervention. Kenya sent 1,000 police to fight U.S. armed gangs for a corrupt political class. Underfunded, understaffed, designed to fail. African troops dying for American interests in the Caribbean. Again, on February 7th, no successor, no elections, just gangs, drones, and a country left to collapse while the world calls it peacekeeping. This is neo-colonialism with precision targeting.
Ariel Henry was the hand-picked successor to the recently assassinated US-backed president-turned-dictator Jovenel Moïse. Henry was never actually elected in an election, he just became prime minister after Moïse was killed. Henry's politics are indistinguishable from the numerous ultra-neoliberal pro-US sellouts handpicked for Haiti by Washington. Like his predecessor, Henry happily elevates the interests of multinational corporations over the interests of his own people, which has made him deeply unpopular. Given the long history of U.S. meddling in Haiti, Henry knows exactly what he's asking for. The United States militarily occupied the country in 1915, an occupation that lasted for 19 years. When foreign occupation became unsustainable, the U.S. installed a pro-U.S. puppet dictator named François Duvalier, who ruled by executions and death squads. He passed on power to his son, who did more of the same. The Duvalier forces lost power when Haiti had a free election in 1990. The old ruling class was only able to take back power with the help of a bloody CIA coup. After the coup, Haiti became the site of 10 different UN peacekeeping missions, the longest of which, a 13-year occupation by the United Nations, saw a plethora of egregious human rights violations. This occupation featured the wanton shooting of civilians and protesters, violent raids in Haiti's poorest neighborhoods, 2 cholera outbreaks, which killed 10,000 Haitians, one of which was caused by UN troops knowingly dumping feces of soldiers infected with cholera into a river, and sex for food schemes, as well as rampant sexual violence and prostitution. In other words, Henry knows exactly what he's calling for. Haiti's corrupt, sellout political class has historically relied on outside interventions to maintain their rule. Likewise, the United States, which is leading the call for a foreign invasion, has always used its corrupted puppets in Haiti to pacify this heartland of rebellion in the Caribbean. The corporate media's constant portrayal of Haitians as helpless victims who can't get by without outside help is meant to manufacture consent for a foreign invasion. Haiti doesn't need help from false friends. It needs justice. The Haitian people were the first to overthrow slavery along with one of the world's most powerful empires. The Western policy towards Haiti today isn't a policy of help. It's a policy of vengeance. It's no wonder why Haitians from Brooklyn to Port-au-Prince are calling it out and standing up once again.
It's just a message we want to send to American people. Your official, not people American people. I know you don't want us, but we, as Haitian people, we want to live. And we're gonna live forever.
Thousands of Haitians are standing against their government and telling the U.S. to stay out of Haiti.
Non aux Canadiens, non aux Américains. Vous êtes des monstres. Vous n'avez pas de solution. C'est vous le chaos. C'est vous les crimes de gangstérisation qui a armé nos frères de les quartiers défavorisés.
On October 7th, Haitian Prime Minister Ariel Henry called for foreign intervention to fight gang violence. However, there's more to this story than the Prime Minister is letting on. Haitians have been protesting for months over inflation, food prices, and water shortages. But in September, Henry announced a plan to cut fuel subsidies that doubled the price of fuel on the island, which caused protests to escalate. One group even began blocking deliveries from Haiti's main fuel port in protest of the plan. Clearing this blockade is one of the main reasons for requesting foreign troops enter the country.
Quand c'est vous-même qui met problème yo, maintenant, on fin poser problème dans les coins et les recoins du pays, pendant que vous gangsteriser le pays, on va massacrer moun, on va dilapider moun, on va dilapider caisse l'État, on va craser le système des trois pouvoirs comme législatif, judiciaire et exécutif. Maintenant, même vous-même encore pensez que c'est vous-même encore qui solution, ou pour aller créer un pays impérialiste, côté nous te calé, nous te dit jamais, Dessalines dit jamais plus que jamais, nous pas tourner dans sa nouvelle domination, et je dis on mande pour y venir. Et comme c'est eux-mêmes qui solution. Et cependant, le sous-développement Elle est produit du capitalisme féroce.
Many Haitians see Henry as an illegitimate leader and have been calling for him to resign. In Haiti, the prime minister is appointed by the president. Former President Jovenel Moïse was fighting to stay in power when he appointed Henry. Days later, Moïse was assassinated. Since then, Henry, with the backing of the US and other foreign powers, has led Haiti with no interim president beside him. The US and Mexico are planning a UN resolution to authorize an international security mission that would allow foreign forces into Haiti. If forces are allowed to enter, this will be at least the fourth time Haiti is subject to foreign intervention. The US occupied Haiti between 1915 and 1934 and returned from 1994 to 2000. In 2004, the US came back again, followed by UN peacekeepers after the ousting of Haiti's president at the time. The UN mission stayed in Haiti until 2017 and has since faced numerous sexual misconduct allegations. Peacekeepers allegedly fathered and abandoned hundreds of children. Some mothers were as young as 11. Peacekeepers also introduced cholera disease to the island, causing a crisis that killed around 10,000 people.
C'est là que nous fait chita à tout moment yo pour pas n'importe de temps on doit faire les pour dormir on est là c'est temps de jouer de là pendant pas de cailloux dans des blows explosifs on est là moi même pas de temps pour me gâter courir pour me venir m'a fonctionner pour me venir les minimum de tout cadavre à terre là tout bien premier petit moi il a 32 ans qui est actuellement là qui est dans morgue puis petit il a à peine il a 3 ans son grand-père il a son grand-père mon petit moi qui est mort qui a 7 ans.
To be honest with you, I don't know who the fuck thought of this one. I have no idea whose idea this was. I'm going to blame it on Trump because everything's Trump's fault. It's 2026, everything's Trump's fault. But no, seriously, Haitian forces have started using explosive drones against the gang strongholds because they are tired of getting into legit gunfights with these niggas because they have guns that are stronger than the police. To this day, we don't know where the guns are coming from. Okay, they have consistently said that there are so many different avenues, but ultimately, every single avenue leads back to the United States. The United States is funding Haiti with these guns, but is it the government? Is it someone? Is it a sector? Is it an organization? We don't know. That's something that I've also been investigating for way too long. Like, where are these guns coming from? There's been so many reports of people saying that the guns are coming in through the churches and other nonprofits that work in Haiti. There's been people that have said that the guns are coming in through, like, you know, different people, like putting them in the dunes, like, you know, the boîtes and stuff like that, because there's no real way to effectively check them without like physically opening them up. And if you guys seen a boîte, okay, or a box or a shipment that goes to Haiti, it's taped up really good. Like, you got to really cut through a knife with that shit. And there's no way for them to like cut with a knife to open the boxes or, you know, the dunes or whatever, and then like open it and put it back. So it's very interesting because these guns could be getting in any multitude of ways, probably every single way in which I explained. But it's sad because now we have innocent civilians being murdered via drone strikes because these gangs don't know how to get it the fuck together. And the police are not equipped to handle this at all, okay? And the Kenyans ain't getting paid to deal with this shit at all, like, to quite frankly. So it's just like, it's a really sad situation and it just keeps getting worse. I don't know when we're going to decide to just let Haiti fend for themselves and have their own elections and have their whatever without interfering. But hey, so far over 1,200 people have been killed due to these drone strikes. Again, this includes innocent civilians, women, children. Yeah, really sad. Now, of course, added to that point, we already know TPS, okay? TPS in the United States has been a very hot topic, especially amongst Haitians. Now, I have a very unpopular opinion about this, right? I feel like the Biden parole program was a horrible idea. However, shout outs to those of you guys who came here, made a living, made a contribution, and are leading positive, amazing lives. But for a lot of y'all that gave Haiti, Nicaragua, and Venezuela a bad name by coming here, committing crime, doing fuck shit, and doing a bunch of shit that you weren't supposed to be doing, fuck you. And you're part of the problem, and you are the reason this shit is happening, right? So TPS is in danger for over 350,000 Haitians right now. And it's been a battle in court where literally one day they're going home next week, next day they get an extension. The extension comes back. Now the court says, you know, oh, they can stay. It's like, I feel so bad for the people that are living in limbo, okay? Because that's not fair, especially to those in the Biden parole program. As much as I didn't agree with it, I could be empathetic enough to be like, they're here, let them fucking stay. I don't see why we're trying to send them back. If anything, as it always has been and as it always was, the people that are committing crimes and the people that came here illegally should be forced to go back, point blank, period, okay? But the fact that they came here legally, went through all the steps and protocols, paid all the fees and all that, and are being told to go back for whatever reason is unacceptable and problematic in every sense of the word. Now, tied to TPS, it's not just the Biden parolees, right? We have the people that have just been on TPS for the past 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 years. So again, unpopular opinion. There's no fucking reason that you've been in this country for this long and didn't think to get your citizenship together, didn't think to marry your neighbor for papers. I don't know. I know you shouldn't do that, but I'm saying, what the fuck were you doing for all these years to not have your TPS in order? Okay. If you guys have been watching me for a long time, especially my personal channel, you know about my cousin Ricardo. Ricardo's one of these idiots. However, there are some reasons why I understand why someone would still be on TPS for such a long time, which is one, not having the lawyers, okay, not being able to pay for the fees, because my dad went through this, right? My dad came here, I believe, I don't know who brought him in. I believe one of his family members brought him in. He was on TPS. And my family, well, my mom's family used to talk a lot of shit about how my mom left them and didn't bring them in because now she's with her man, aka my dad, and she don't care about them. So my dad said, you know what? Fuck that. I don't need you to give me my papers. I don't need you to give me residence. Yes, you're my wife. And my mom is fine. Like at that time, like my mom had her papers. Like she's a permanent resident. She's cool. She had a green card. But my dad waited until I was 18 and asked me to do it. He paid for it and everything. All he needed was my documents. I said, yeah, cool, whatever. And it was a whole big point of contention because they were trying to say that he was going to use my sister to do it. As you guys know, my sister and my dad are estranged. I'm estranged from her because them niggas is just too fucking disrespectful for me. Like they were trying to say that they were going to use my sister to do it. My sister's only 1 year older, but yet 6 months older than me. What would be the point of using her for that? Like there's a lot. Okay. So I understand there are certain circumstances in which someone would probably wait to get their residence or wait to, you know, become a citizen. Completely understand. But in many cases, a lot of y'all dropped the ball and you weren't doing what you needed to do. And now you're suffering the consequences. Having to live in limbo and think, oh my God, I'm going to get picked up by ICE and all of that is not the way to live. We need to do our due diligence in taking care of ourselves. Now, of course, this video wouldn't be a Haiti updates video without talking about ICE. I loathe ICE right now. And it's crazy because I know people that are ICE agents who are no longer ICE agents because of everything that is going on, because it is constitutionally fucked up on every level, how America treats immigrants, period.
Move my car! I am disabled! I have a brain injury! Stay back! I am autistic and I have a brain injury! Put me down! I was just trying to get to the doctor and I'm autistic!
They have special teams guys here with suppressors on their weapons.
Like silencers?
Yeah, we should not have why are you having silencers? These are just protesters. So they're doing things that their leadership is making decisions that are to instigate these people, and it's wrong.
I was crying like 10 minutes ago because this is just sad. Like, what is going on anymore? It's bad.
What is going on?
God, if I know. They're taking people who are innocents and have families and lives, and even if they aren't citizens, they still deserve, like, humanity. And a woman was shot, and she did not deserve that.
This is the neighbourhood where it happened. In fact, that just on the other side of that barricade is the spot where it happened. That barricade wasn't there this morning, and there's one there, there's another one down there. This whole area has been blocked off, not by the police. These are makeshift barricades that have been set up by locals and protesters. Now, this is just 4 blocks from the place 5 years ago where George Floyd, another Minnesota resident, was murdered by a police officer.
Do you have an ID on you, ma'am?
I don't need an ID to walk around in my city. This is my
Okay,
city.
do you have
This is
some
my
ID
home.
then, please?
I don't need an
If
ID.
not, we're going to put you in the vehicle and we're going to ID you.
I'm not the same anymore. I get anxious when I go out.
Do you have any idea what's happened since President Trump's Operation Metro Surge, the immigration operation in the Minneapolis area that ended with the deaths of 2 American citizens at the hands of federal agents? The children are telling us they're simply too afraid, in some cases, to leave their own homes. 2 16-year-olds we spoke with, one of whom is an American citizen. Well, they found themselves in such a frightening situation that they still can't understand why they were detained and shackled like violent criminals.
Obviously, we're not criminals. What can 2 16-year-olds do?
Okay, but we're scared. That's obviously, we're underage. We're scared.
Pieced together with the video on her iPhone inside her car and videos and photos we obtained from outside her car. Federal agents boxed her in, accusing her of trying to hit their car. She says that is not true. Even the agent seems dismissive about the accident.
It's just a simple accident, you know what I mean? We're not gonna get on you for trying to hit her or something.
They tell me to get down of my vehicle, and obviously I wasn't going to restrain it, like scared that if I didn't do it, something worse was going to happen to me. They put my hands handcuffed to the front, and then they made me take my shoes off, switch into some like blue shoes that they have, and they chained my feet together.
They put you in shackles?
Yes.
A U.S. citizen who hasn't been read her Miranda rights and who is underage, and they put you in shackles?
Yes.
How do they treat you?
They were joking with me, like they were just laughing about what happened to me.
Oh, we're going after violent criminals. Are you a violent criminal?
No.
Are you a violent criminal?
The entirety of it is just crazy. The idea that people are just being chased around by ICE like this is scary and it's disappointing. The fact that people who are born, here are getting put into ICE custody, the fact that people are dying in ICE custody, I have no words. I really don't. It's so disappointing. I can't wait for this shit to stop. I cannot wait for this man to get out of office. Like, at first, it was one of those things where, listen, if that's your political opinion, whatever, I'll respect it. But it's like, it comes to a point where it's like, how could you agree with this shit? Like, how could you agree with people being ripped away from their families, being put in ICE control, being shipped to countries they never heard of? Because there's a lot going on, right? Like, it's not just, okay, you're here legally, let's put you into custody and send you back to where you came from. Like, there's a lot of people being dropped off in different countries in which they did not come from because they don't give a fuck. There's people losing their lives, and that's not okay. This is supposed to be land of the free, land of opportunity, and apparently now it's not, right? Haitians, a lot of people dream of coming to the US, and it's sad because now this is their experience, right? They come here for a better life. They come here for solace. They come here for opportunity. They come here for education. And now they're being met with such violence and such disrespect. And I think it's disgusting. Like, I ain't gonna tell you, when I'm telling you, I am embarrassed to be American. Like, I am so fucking embarrassed to be American right now, especially when I travel. I don't even want to say I'm from America. I'm Haitian. I have that, I'm from America, but I'm Haitian, because it's like, this is fucking embarrassing. Like, niggas hate us. I wouldn't be shocked if we get a terrorist attack. Like, I can't even blame niggas for trying to kill us right now. Like, everyone hates us right now. And shit, apparently we hate the fabric of our communities, which is the migrants. The migrants have made America. This whole idea of this is our country. This is our land. Bitch, what are we actually talking about? It is not. Okay, this land is my land. This land is your land. This land is stolen land. Do y'all not remember? Like, this land is stolen. Okay, it's stolen at the end of the day. This whole idea of, oh, these people need to leave and these people this and these people that, these people built the fucking country. These people are the fabric of American society and many other societies alike across the fucking world. To sit here and treat them like dirt and like garbage because I don't even know, because they're not 1,000% American is a joke to me. Like, it truly is. Of course, stemming from that, you have loads of Haitians that are dying in other countries, okay, simply because they're Haitian. Now, I've talked about this at length. This is why I say Haitians need to stay in their own country and people get upset. But it's like, what other choice do you have, though? Die in your country or die in another? Like, I honestly, I guess, okay? Dominican Republic as well as Puerto Rico have been named in numerous attacks against Haitians, as well as Mexico, I believe. But I don't know. It's interesting because I've heard really good things about Mexico until lately. I've been kind of hear like mixed things about Mexico. But for the most part, Haitians are migrating to other places and they're being killed simply because they're Haitian. And this is like really, really traumatic because, as you guys know, I grew up with diaspora wars, and a lot of my friends died simply because they were Haitian or simply because they were African American. And it's like, I don't understand how we're in 2026 and we still are of the mindset of, okay, I don't like you, you're not the same die. Like, it's disturbing. And all I gotta say is my condolences go out to all the people that have been affected by this because it's unacceptable. Now, of course, the whole gang situation, these niggas is just bugged the fuck out. Like, they're out here attacking the U.S. embassy to the point gun exchange with U.S. Marines. Now, this was back in 2025. And at that point, I can't even blame these niggas for bringing on drones. I really can't. And of course, you have the Pont de Sonde, or Pont Sonde, I can't say it. Poisson, Pontsonde massacre that happened, in which people are still talking about, because the people over there are still recovering from this. Like, that's a whole nother story for another day. Of course, you have the Labadie massacre. This shit disturbed the hell out of everyone because a lot of people go to Labadie for cruises and stuff. Personally, you cannot fucking pay me to step foot on Labadie because the Haitian citizens cannot enjoy Labadie. It is strictly for tourists, and it is owned, I don't even think it's owned by Haiti anymore. I believe it was bought out by one of these cruise ships. I don't remember. But yeah, you can't pay me to step foot over there. But there's a lot of people that want their kids to know some version of Haiti, or want to know or be in Haiti, or say they went to Haiti, so they go to Labadie. And the gang members went and they attacked the fuck out of it and killed loads of people. Okay, like burnt down homes, all of that. And you guys are probably wondering, besides the fact that obviously they want a seat at the table when political things are discussed, what the fuck they're doing this for. This is also because there's a lot of towns in Haiti that are standing their ground. So when the towns that they want are standing their ground, they go to the ones that are least secure, such as Labadie, such as Pont Sonde, okay? For the most part, they've been trying to get into Akaye for way too fucking long, right? Now, my family is from Cabaret, right? Which is very close to Akaye. And a lot of my family and, you know, people from Cabaret ended up going to Akaye because they know it's safe, because they've been holding down the fort and making sure nobody fucking gets in, period. And every single time they try to intrude and try to attack, they go, they fail, and then they go attack somewhere else. And it's like, I'm going to pray that they never get into Akaye, because if they ever get into that place, they're going to kill everything. Everything, any living thing there, I know they're going to blow it up. It's going to be extremely depressing and extremely scary to see if that ever happens. But it's been years, they still haven't been able to get in. There's been like little minor attacks here and there, but they haven't been able to fully take over the way they have in other places. It's the same thing like where my parents are from in Cabaret. For the most part, oh my God, horrible. Like burnt to the ground, burnt down churches, everything. It's sad. But what a lot of people are not talking about is the fact that there's actually a lot of Haitians that have decided to just live amongst the gang members, in lieu of keeping their homes and keeping their sanity and keeping some sense of normalcy. Instead of going to these alt communities, they've decided, you know what, fuck it, we can't beat them, join them. So it's interesting because there's a lot of conversation around this, and a lot of people are like, you know what, I would never, fuck them, fuck that, I don't care, I'll live in the street. While there's people that are like, you know what, fuck it, you know, if it's gonna buy me some sort of normalcy and safety and I can keep my land and my house, then I'll stay. I want to know, What would you do? I don't know. I can't even say I wouldn't live with gang members. I grew up in the fucking hood. I lived with gang members my entire life. So personally, I'd probably stay. But at the same time, when you know these people killed your neighbors, possibly your wife, your child, I can't do it. I personally, just knowing that would make my stomach turn. But then again, I'm just trying to like relate it to current day. There's a lot of us that live in crime-ridden neighborhoods, and we know these people are selling drugs to our children and killing our neighbors, and we still live there. So, I mean, I guess, I don't know. I think I probably would, but I don't know. I'd love to hear your comments down below about that. Finally, we have the destruction of Haitian cultural sites. Now, this one is interesting because the gang members have not only been attacking civilians and taking over property and towns and everything, they've also been attacking cultural sites. Someone is more than likely paying these people to do this, right? They're paying these gang members. It's someone high up in politics or someone high up and some secret family that's paying people to get rid of this, or it's one of these governments, these countries that is paying these gang members to do this, because it really doesn't make any sense, right? The gang members are stronger than the fucking police. I don't understand that. They have better guns. They have better optics. These niggas got a tank. Okay, they're making music, they in the street, they on TikTok, like, and they're just roaming like this shit is normal. Like this shit, the whole thing is kind of bizarre. Like it really is when you think about it. So a lot of people for the past 10 years, okay, and longer have been just trying to understand like what is actually going on, who is controlling these gangs and these vandals and whatever. Like for the past few years, that's just been the question. Who is controlling these people? Who's paying these people and why? And we still have yet to have that question answered, just like we don't know who the fuck killed the president. Like once we get the answer to who killed the president and who the hell is funding these gangs, I feel like Haiti might have a little bit more stability, because then we'll have the answers that we need in order to move forward. But until then, we're here with it. Let me know what you guys thought about this video. I know it was a long one. Shout out to those of you guys who sat here and watched the whole thing. I appreciate you. It means so very much. Again, let me know if you guys want me to do short form content very similar to this. Thank you for being here. Thank you for always watching and supporting and smashing that like button. Please make sure you smash the like button. Join the Patreon, join the Discord. Shout out to the investors. Like, share, subscribe. Everything you need is right here on the screen on this QR code. And I'm going to see y'all next time. Bye.